This is part 2 of this module, in which we shall discuss standard maintenance procedures. Let us start by describing those tasks that need to be done on a daily basis. Draining of the condensate is the most important daily task. The condensate should be drained from every point where a drain cock has been placed. The water in air systems will be contaminated, so never be tempted to drink it, as this could make you extremely ill. Most filters and separators have a water trap or bowl. These too should be drained daily. Some filters may be fitted with a clogging indicator. When the indicator shows red in the sight glass, the filter element needs renewing. Separators and filters are generally serviced in similar manner. Before dismantling a filter unit, shut off the air supply to that leg. Drain off the air, and then the filter bowl can be removed in order to clean it if required. The old or dirty filter element is simply unscrewed and then discarded. The new filter element will probably have a sealing ring. Do not forget to fit this seal. Install the element by threading it into the filter head and tightening it with your fingers. Next, the filter bowl is installed, and in this example, a metal bowl guard is fitted over the bowl and locked into place. The air supply can now be reconnected. We next deal with the basic maintenance involved with aftercoolers and chiller units. It must be remembered that coolers will be in the vicinity of a fan. For this reason, it is important that the power supply to the unit is isolated. Remove the necessary covers or guards in order to gain access to the aftercoolers on rotary screw compressors. In the case of refrigerated chillers, first make sure that the independent power supply has been isolated. Again, it will be necessary to remove the side covers to gain access to the unit. Using compressed air, blow the dust and dirt away from the heat exchanger and the surrounding components within the cabinet. Carefully inspect the cooling fins of the heat exchanger. If you find any bent fins, then you will need to straighten them using a fin comb. Bent fins will result in a restricted airflow and poor condensing or drying of the air. Replace and secure the covers after you have finished cleaning inside. The separators connected to aftercoolers and dryers should be cleaned out at the same time that the unit is being serviced. Remember to reconnect the power supply where applicable. In this section, we shall look at lubricators. Regularly check the oil level in the lubricator bowl. If the oil is low or empty, then the bowl must be topped up in the following manner. Obtain oil of the recommended type for the application. Do not use oil that is not specified by the tool or equipment manufacturer. Shut off the air supply to the branch or leg and release the line pressure in a suitable manner. Remove the filler plug situated on the top of the lubricator and carefully pour oil into the bowl through the opening. Replace the plug when the level has been raised sufficiently. Reconnect the air supply. To check and set the oil flow, the tool or the machine must be in operation. As air flows through the lubricator, you should see a drip of oil every few seconds through the sight glass window. Adjustment of flow can be made with an adjusting screw, as shown in this typical example. Turning the screw gently in or out will alter the number of drops entering the airstream. The actual adjustment will depend on the unit being operated. If you find that oil is dripping from the exhaust vent of the tool, then the flow rate is too much. This won't harm the tool, but it will waste oil. Ideally, only a drop or two per minute is sufficient for most hand-operated air tools. Whilst we're on the topic of lubrication, if you use an air tool on a line that does not have a lubricator, then you will need to lubricate air tools manually. This should be done at least daily, or before you use the tool. A few drops of oil in the air entry will keep the tool from running dry. We shall conclude this module with the topic of air leaks. Air leaks are not only annoying, but they waste power, and, over time, they cost your company money by making the compressor run longer and use up more electricity. In a noisy plant, it is not always easy to notice an air leak. Small leaks can be easily located using a solution of soapy water. This is simply painted onto places where leaks are most likely to occur. The telltale bubbles will quickly show if a joint or a fitting is leaking. Use this procedure at all the joints and fittings throughout the system. Mark the location of leaks so that they can be attended to during a shutdown or when plant maintenance is carried out. This brings us to the end of the video section for this module. We trust that the information and tips provided in this program will assist you to perform maintenance tasks on air systems when the need arises.